New at 6 tonight, Aerosmith frontman Steven Tyler is facing legal trouble.
Weekend finally.
You can get out there and see some of the beautiful color in Central Park and some other areas around the tri-state too without having to carry an umbrella. But we take a look at the fall foliage colors and they're actually past peak the farther north and west you go. Even parts of New Jersey in the higher elevations, the colors are already peaking or past peak, but not here in New York.
Dispatchers on Long Island have a new tool now to get people help in an emergency. It is text to 911. And while calling New York at least has one professional sports team that's on fire.
I mean, sizzling, Chuck. The Rangers are one of the hottest teams in the NHL. They have been absolutely on fire.
Testimony from Eric Trump today at the Trump Organization's civil fraud trial. News 4's Erica Byfield has this story from Lower.
Are certainly great for ice skating tonight on the rink here in Rockefeller Plaza. The next few nights won't be as cold, but the days will be even warmer, which will be nice going into the weekend and also rain-free. We'll talk more about that in our 10-day.
We love the shots tonight. It's just beautiful behind us.
Yeah,
The
it really
sunset
is.
was gorgeous. It's beautiful now.
It's lovely.
clear.
It's cold though. I mean,
it is cold.
You know, it won't be as cold tonight, but it'll be chilly enough that you may need some extra layers going out late tonight and early in the morning, Natalie. Here's our view of Manhattan. It looks beautiful out there. The skies are clearing out around the tri-state and the temperature is cooling down yet again. It's 45 degrees in New York City, so if you're headed out, a few layers are in order for you. Light winds though, but it is much colder up around Claryville. You're down below freezing already. 30s in Woodridge, New Paltz, Poughkeepsie.
Yeah. The runners completing this
all
race
the runners, all the spectators. Will you guys be out watching it all, you think?
I hope to be.
But I love it. It's a tradition for my family.
Yeah,
I love doing that.
It really is cool. And so we don't have to bundle up too much for this weekend at all, as temperatures are going to be warming up. So let's take a look at that weekend in the city forecast. A lot of the runners, of course, preparing on Saturday. High of 61. For all of us, it's sweaters and...
Thank you. Well, if you're walking through Midtown this morning, you may have been caught off guard by the parade of farm animals outside Radio City Music.
Coming up next at 6, the short and sweet warnings coming to some local restaurant menus, plus a scandal forced him to resign. Now the new comeback. Former New Jersey Governor Jim McGreevey seeking as a local mayor. Plus.
I'm Greg Sergel in Westbury. If you need to reach Nassau Police 911 operators, you can now do so without calling. Coming up, we have the rollout of the Text to 911 program.
We have those stories and a lot more ahead when Chuck Scarborough and I see you.
We don't get to say very often. The Beatles are out with a new song, and that's thanks to a little help from a digital.
Malcolm X, the former street hustler and drug dealer who converted to Islam and became the driving force in the black nationalism movement in the 1950s and 60s.
And much has been written about the man born Malcolm Little. Now his story will be told on one of the most celebrated stages in the world, the Metropolitan Opera. News 4's Pat Bass.
I'm Natalie Pascarella.
And I'm Chuck Scarborough. Questions continue to swirl tonight about a Brooklyn FBI raid linked to a campaign finance-related investigation.